It was a game that would put you to sleep, but thankfully the final whistle has went. We are awake here on Fog Football, and Big Stevie Cool is back. He is returning from the dead, just like The Undertaker, just like a certain club in the SPFL, and he's here to talk about his beloved Rangers and how good they were tonight.
Oh, aye, they were brilliant. I'm back, live and in living colour. Could have been a better Sunday though. It was on course to be a better Sunday.
Well, Sunday was looking good at the beginning, noon, you know. There was a certain team in Dingwall that were struggling. There was a certain Ross County side in a good position, but then a fluky goal and a non-free kick later, and 2-1. That's how it goes.
Then went on to, Pataudry, your wee
well,
biddy
better off not talking about that one.
We're going to win, and then Aberdeen went on and won, which I think that's a mixed bag, that game. You can take however you want. This game, though, just felt like a big bag of shite.
Well, look, pressure was on Rangers because it's a three-way fight for the title. Can we all agree? At the moment.
What league are you? We talking about the Premiership here?
Here,
Aberdeen have won it, according to some people.
Alan Shearer's convinced Aberdeen can win the league. So, if a legend like Shearer says it, we've got to give him some respect here. So, we'll take it with a pinch of salt. At the moment, Celtic are massive favourites, but let's give Aberdeen credit. They're up there. And then, of course, Rangers, they're only 5 behind after winning this game, so you can't really count them out either. But Rangers, final game before international break, they couldn't afford not to close the gap to the top two. But in the end, what we got tonight was just a really boring, uneventful, just a shite game of football where they just kind of crawled to a 2-0 win over the worst team in the league at home. There's no other way to spin this. They beat St Johnstone, a team who are still using the caretaker manager, Andy Kirk. They've got the worst squad, in my opinion, in the league. They're winless in 7 games. This St Johnstone side don't have much going for them. And the worrying thing is, it actually caused Rangers problems tonight, especially in the second half.
Yeah, there was a lot of problems from a St Johnstone point of view. They could have scored a few good goals tonight. St Johnstone, Rangers just, I don't know what to say. There's no style of play. There's nothing, man. Clermont offers nothing.
You sound depressed.
No, I
think people are beginning to worry about you.
Well, I don't need to worry about me. It was a great game. No, but let's be honest, man. I'm not going to come on here and pretend the things are rosy at Ibrox. Look at the attendance. Look at the atmosphere.
Right,
look at everything.
Attendance. It was half full tonight.
That's what I mean.
It was like a morgue. It was a strange game.
I don't think it was as extreme as a morgue, but is it good enough? I believe it was. It was 1-0 at half time.
It was like a checkerboard.
It was 1-0 at half time.
Empty
right?
seat, full seat. Empty seat, full seat.
That's plenty. Right? It was half time 1-0, and like they're happy to see Michael Moles out here, and they'll be equally happy to see their team leading 1-0. It's like, is 1-0 against St Johnstone like a scrape job? Is that the pinnacle these days?
I think they'd have been happier if they seen Michael Moore steal Desser's shirt and play up front for the second half. I think that would have cheered the Rangers fans up a wee bit.
I think so too. But you look at this first half, man. Dessers misses an open net. He had another chance, by the way, where the ball just got stuck behind him. He's an absolute donkey.
That was in the second half.
Yeah, you know what though? He did nothing. They're the only 2 moments for Cyril Dessers that I can recall.
Well, the most he showed was when he got subbed off and he was sitting on the bench throwing things.
Crying like a little bitch.
A little temper tantrum there for Dessers.
I think that's embarrassing, man.
I'd still take him over Ida though, but...
Well, that's fair enough, but, James Tavernier here, a couple of free kicks as well. Some people thought they were in, they weren't.
They clearly weren't in. I don't really understand why somebody would think they were in. But what I didn't understand tonight was, why was Connor Barron getting dropped? I get it, right? Leon, he wasn't the greatest, but who was? Let's be honest. There was only, I think I gave like 3 players out of that game pass marks. I gave Hefty, I gave Barami, and I think I gave Butland. I think those were the only 3 that were passable in that game. But why is Connor Barron getting dropped after 1 bad game? Albeit, yeah, he gave the assist for the second goal. Yet Dessers and Tav can be shite game in, game out, and they don't get dropped.
Tierney as well.
Tierney. Yeah, albeit, he kind of showed up tonight.
No, yeah, he scored 2 goals.
Well, I said he showed up. Like you say, he scored 2 goals. I wouldn't say he was great. But, it's like we criticise Tierney, but he is a player that I think that possesses quality.
Yes. Aye, as I said earlier, he's got something in his locker, right? Yeah, he's a one-trick pony, the left foot, all this shite, but he's clearly got some ability, as you said, and that was proven tonight. But it just seemed to me that Clement dropped Barron because he gave away, I believe it was the second Leon goal.
Aye, he played
But
them through.
but James Tavernier can fucking have
Many goals did he give away?
yeah, at big games, by the way. And tonight was pish.
It was uneventful. Like 2-0 here. I think we'll just move on to the second half. So, decent goal for Tierney in the first half. Second half.
So Hadji come on.
Second half, Hadji came on. Tierney gets the second goal as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yep, yeah. Yanis Hadji into the feet of Tierney. Cut in on his right, then went back to his left. Good night, 2-0.
St Johnstone had a few chances. The best one came from Andy Kirk's son, Mackenzie Kirk. 3-on-2 in St Johnstone's favour. Mackenzie Kirk outmuscles Proper, and honestly, I don't know how, because Mackenzie Kirk is like built like a twig, and somehow Proper can't stay on his feet. I just don't rate Proper at all.
No, I don't either. And you know why?
He's making Suter look like Maldini.
That's what I was about to say. Suter looked nothing special in a Rangers shirt before fucking Robin Proper came along.
Now he's looking like a fucking Greek god or something at the back. Unstoppable.
Aye. Hercules or something, man.
Achilles, mate.
Achilles. Well, I mean, John Suter's had that many Achilles injuries. I think Achilles fucking might not suit him, but...
Achilles! Anyway,
how'd you get sent off? It's probably...
no, let's talk about the Mackenzie Kirk chance. So, yeah, he bulldozes his way past Proper. It's 3-on-2 in St Johnstone's favour. He has got a St Johnstone player at the far post that he could probably find, but it's a risky ball. Or he's got, a simple cutback to the in-running, I think it was Kimbionka, and that would pretty much give Kimbionka a free shot at goal. And instead, Mackenzie Kirk decides to try and score for the tightest angle possible, and it's saved by Butland. I mean, what was he thinking? His father on the touchline, not impressed. I mean, maybe this guy's thinking, hold on here, I get a chance to score a goal at Ibrox against Rangers, and my dad's managing the team, but that was selfish there. I mean, I get it, he's young, and you could argue that maybe the moment got the best of him and all that stuff, but like this was legitimately to get. And I tell you what, I'm not just saying this to like rub salt in the wounds, but I genuinely think at this point, if St Johnstone got a goal back, they could have nicked a draw. I think that would have turned the game around. I think at this point St Johnstone looked a bit more dangerous than Rangers anyway. And I think if St Johnstone could have got a goal, we might have seen Rangers crumble.
I agree.
Especially if the Hadji thing still plays out the same way.
Yeah, I mean, and I think the Hadji thing happened because he's a wee bit rusty. Because he hasn't played minutes of football.
See, when I first seen it, I didn't think it was a red, but then they showed you an angle from like behind or in front of Hadji, and yeah, it was very high.
No, it was. It's one of those ones with foot far. You can see why it wouldn't be given with far. Once they freeze frame that man, and he's like stomach high for fuck's sake, he's got to go at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about pausing it. You can just pause it at any moment, and it fucks you. Like even the cleanest fill of all time, you could probably pause it at a certain moment to make it look bad.
Absolutely. He gets sent off. Clark then scores an offside goal, which I thought was a brilliant goal again.
I don't agree with that. I know I agree it was a brilliant goal. I think that's onside. They show the line, and honestly, the line makes it look convincingly off.
I think they make these lines up as they go along. I just don't get it. I don't.
No, I don't get it either, man. It's like, yes, his arm is offside, but...
No, but have you not noticed, though, in like all these games that we watch, not just this league and internationals, whatever, it's almost like they'll use a different line in the sense, like, one will be diagonally left, but then another line will be diagonally right. And it's like, do people not see the fucking difference in how, if a body's positioned, that if the line's diagonally left, that's going to be completely different to diagonally right? You get where I'm coming with that? Like, it's almost like there's no such thing as a straight line when they whip out the VAR lines. It has to be diagonal.
I think they make it up as they go. This is a great goal, and it didn't deserve to be disallowed.
This isn't me talking. This isn't. I don't know about you. This isn't me saying like, oh, this is automatically to favour certain teams. I honestly feel like this is them backing their assistant, who flagged it initially as off.
Well, I tell you what,
Because I don't think if he flags that for offside, they disallow that.
I've seen a couple of offside decisions that I expect it to be offside that look more offside than this one in recent games. The Tom Lawrence one, I think against Hibs, to me that looked offside more, and then they drew the line and then magically had him onside. The Kyogo fifth goal, was it against St Johnstone, or third goal? I think it was the Kyogo third goal. To me, that looked offside. They expected that not to be given, and it was given. So it's strange. Funny that. The last two goals that I thought were offside went in favour of the Old Firm, and then the goal that I thought should have been onside for St Johnstone wasn't given.
Against one of the Old Firm.
Wonder if there's is there a coincidence there? Or?
Maybe there is. Maybe you just don't. I don't know.
I don't give a shit. See if Nicky Clark was 10 miles off field, he should have gave this because it was a good goal. That's how I
It was a good goal, but it was
that's
offside.
how I view football.
And it would have made for a nervier last 9 minutes, I believe, including injury time.
Well, Arsene Wenger does want to bring in a rule where your upper body can be up to 2 yards offside, right? And I think that's fair. It should be judged on your feet. See if your feet are level or behind the defender, you should be onside. I remember Thierry Henry would time his runs to perfection. That his body, because the way he's turning, the way he's moving, his body's further advanced than the defender, but his legs that he's yet to, sprint with are behind the defender. And to me, it should be based on your legs. And I know they base it on any part of the body you can score, but I remember when they first brought VAR out, right? They were giving it like, see any of your hands or like the edge of your shirt sleeve. They were giving anything for offside.
I remember Manny against Everton.
That was a joke, that one.
It was I think it was like his shoulder blade.
That was a free, wasn't it?
Aye, that the goodest.
No, I've seen shirt sleeves.
No, it's a joke.
So, I mean, I think the offside rule is getting slightly better.
But Henry did score with his hand once.
It's just a good job VAR wasn't around back then. But anyway, any closing thoughts here?
It's just shite. I said this earlier, right, and I'm not going to try and pretend this is original content when I've already said it earlier. But, I mean, Rangers played 17 games this season when you factor in pre-season friendlies. And as someone pointed out, they beat a Diddy Malmo team. And then the game they beat was against Ross County, who just lost to the Spartans. So when you break it down, have Rangers been impressive this season? Of course they haven't. But it's like 2 out of 17 games I would say were good / great.
When was the last time Rangers were consistently impressive?
And that's the bigger...
No, when was the last time Rangers actually went on I would argue, even when Clement came in, despite them being on a really good run of form in terms of results, they weren't really impressing me.
He doesn't take any risks. It's just all vanilla. It's just bland and boring, man. It's just shite. Rangers, you can't turn around and say we're exciting to we're nothing.
Who played better football, Fleet Clement or Michael Beale?
Honestly, I think they were both pretty shite. I mean, let's be honest. There was a lot of games with Beale where Rangers would be 1 down, they'd come back and win 2 or 3-1.
Well, I've always said I thought Michael Beale was better.
I don't think Rangers have played good football since
Gerrard.
Yeah, since Gerrard.
I thought
as great as the Europa League runs were, I can't sit here and say like, oh, the football was silky smooth. When I get it, it's Europe. I don't necessarily need it to be silky smooth.
It wasn't great in the league either, though, was it?
No, it was awful in the league. That's what I'm saying. I think since the days of Gerrard.
That's the problem. That's a long time ago. You're talking well over 3 seasons ago. It's been well over 3 full years since Gerrard went.
Yep. Yeah, and it's like, you know what? See St Johnstone tonight. It's not even like they parked the bus. It's not like they had 7 guys behind the ball at all times. This was a pretty open game, and Rangers just didn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, if St Johnstone showed a wee bit more commitment and a wee bit more faith going forward, then who knows? Maybe they could have done more, but it felt like their strikers were taking shots anytime they got halfway into the Rangers half, which isn't going to help you in the long run. But anyway, guys, it did finish 2-0. It was pretty empty stadium. Connor Barron, though, did give some wee kid his shirt. I thought that was a nice wee gesture.
And Bajrami also gave someone his shirt, so is that what we're... Is that how good the game was? We have to talk about that.
Anybody want Tav's shirt?
No!
I think if Tav gave his shirt, he'd get thrown back at him at this point.
Me too. It's done. It's the end of an era, man. An era that can be judged by other people, no me.
Right, well, anyway, guys, that's it. This game was crap. Don't really want to talk any more about it, but I do want to talk about a lot of the other games in the SPFL review show. So, you didn't see any of the football. Are you going to see any of the football? Are you going to check any out before the SPL review show? Or are you going to go in blind?
I'll maybe check some of the stuff out.
Right.
Especially that dodgy free kick they shouldn't have been given earlier at Dingwall, I'll tell you that much.
What's your thoughts on Dundee leading 2-0 with 9 minutes to go and losing 3-2 at home?
I think it saved Derek McKenzie's job.
Very, very, very true. Anyway, guys, that's it. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.